good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, Steve?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
The Nordic countries are full of habits which make perfect sense to me, as I am a Danish woman. However, the following statements can apply to pretty much all the Nordics, I'd say. So these are things that are completely normal in the Nordics, but can be viewed as weird or even rude to other nationalities. Eating caviar from a tube is normal. It's not really like eating caviar every day is normal. It's more like the caviar in the tube is normal. Like, we have a lot of things in tubes, actually. You can get like condiments and yeah,
caviar,
pasty meats in tubes. That's okay. I think I can see why that would be weird to some.
Yeah, you too? Okay.
Or even kind of gross. Danes eat cold leverpastej on rye bread.
Leverpastej?
Yeah, I'm warning you right now, don't come for leverpastej on my channel. Not allowed. It may look kind of bad.
Leverpastej?
But it tastes like heaven. Especially
is that raw meat?
Roasted onions and a little bit of bacon. And I've made this next one specific to Denmark as well, because I couldn't find out if the other Nordic countries did this. In Denmark, the person who has a birthday is expected to bring cake to school or to the workplace.
Yeah, we do that to children.
And nobody brings anything.
They bring cupcakes for the class.
Nobody brings anything for the birthday person. I can see why that does not make sense. And it's tricky nowadays because you're not even allowed to like bring cakes to school anymore, because a lot of schools have sugar policy and all that. But back when I was a kid, we had cake like every week. I swear I can't eat cinnamon cakes today because that was the easiest cake like to make.
Everybody had it.
In bulk. So I've had my fair share in my lifetime. And from the more foodie theme, we go into like daily life and childcare with this one, because in the Nordics, we leave our babies to sleep outside in the stroller, both at home and if we go into a cafe or a store, like we just leave the kid outside. I don't know. I think that makes perfect sense. It's health related, and like people don't really steal babies here. At least it's not a normal thing to happen. To be fair, parents often have like baby alarms attached to the strollers, and they can see the kids through the windows of the stores or wherever they are. But it's such a normal thing to pass a stroller. A lone stroller with a baby in it. Many Nordic people check their hallways through their peepholes before going outside to avoid their neighbors.
We do that, but not people.
Yes, we do that. So many times. I have even closed the door when I've heard another door opening further up the staircase. I don't want to talk to people all the time. Like, I'm just trying to get rid of my trash. I don't need conversation during that time. Often I will be in my pajamas. And even the neighbors know this here. They don't want to talk to me either. Neither of us wants to be forced to be the polite one and say hi first.
Now, I've heard conversations where people just randomly start talking about the entire day, and then their grandpa, and then their cat, and then what they watched that night, and then the food, and then politics. Yeah, they would just start going down that little tripling effect, and we like, don't need all of that.
Listen, I was done after the first conversation.
Hi and bye.
One I did not realize was not allowed in a lot of other countries, but like our police are allowed to take blood samples from us if they suspect us of being intoxicated or high, even without possession. An example, they do it a lot to drivers they suspect to be under the influence. And it's not like they pull out a full needle and just jab it in you. They take you to the hospital and get it done professionally. And I think that makes perfect sense. Because if you're doing something that's illegal while drunk or otherwise intoxicated, you can tell when people are drunk. It just, I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but.
So is this whenever they're lying to the officer? Or can we just be honest?
If they suspect you.
Can we just be honest? We don't need to go to the hospital. It's a lot of unnecessary road trip.
Just give you the ticket now.
Just give me
arrest you.
Ticket.
I think it just makes sense to me. We use week numbers, and often refer to them, and that confuses many foreigners. Like, I completely understand why. Even I have to check my calendar to be able to follow
Week
those
23.
conversations correctly. Then we'll do this in week 33. Yes, when is that? Like, I know week 52 is like end of year, but otherwise, fuck me. Nordic people love silence. Like, if there's no reason to talk, it's okay not to talk, even if you're in like social gatherings. And I think that's very true, actually. Like, I can be quiet with friends without it being awkward. I think it gets more awkward if people try to keep a conversation going, and it's just like, it's not what everyone is feeling. It's and you can tell when people are talking just to talk, right? Does that make sense? I understand why it can seem like detached or cold if you're in your culture, you're used to like keeping the conversation going at all times, but it's just, we just don't view it that way here. Our everyday languages lack a lot of social pleasantries, which often makes us seem rude, even when we're not trying to be. Again, I think that's very true. Like, as I said, we don't really care that much for small talk, and if we think the conversation is pointless, we don't really engage in it. And I get why that can make us seem cold or rude. However, I think I've tried to explain it like this before. Like, the Nordic people as a whole are very respectful of other people's time and like personal space. To us, it's almost seen as more rude to take other people's time or to intrude in whatever the person you were talking to was doing before you started talking to them. Does that make sense? Not greeting acquaintances when passing them on the street is normal. I think this is both right and wrong at the same time, because if you get eye contact,
this would have to be something that y'all tell the person who is from another country. Like, if that was your friend and they're of another culture, especially our culture, you would have to let them know, like, hey, if we see each other outside, we don't have to speak every time. And if I don't speak, that's not me being rude. That's just me going on about my day. Y'all would have to say that. Because if that was our culture, well, somebody from our culture, yeah, that could instantly, they'll hold a grudge against you.
It's like seeing your graduating class every day.
I'm definitely not going to speak to y'all every day.
I'm walking in Best Buy and I see somebody I know from back in the day. Alright, bet, boom. Keep
not
moving.
Even that.
But even if it's not even that, it's like shopping, you shopping. I have a lot of times where people be like, I spoke to you and you didn't speak back. I was like, I don't remember you seeing me.
But did you see them?
Don't worry about it. Let's keep going.
you say hi or you do a quick nod, but both people in that exchange probably feel a little bit awkward about it. However, if you see that the other person has not seen you yet, kind of tend to walk away a little quicker, make ourselves a little scarce. Nordic people rarely introduce their friends to each other when bumping into them on the street. Like, let's say you're with a friend and you're bumping into another friend on the street. If the friend group is not the same, we don't. We can tell the friend we're with who that person was when we have left, but we don't like Julie Søren, Julie. It's not. No, maybe it's just a generational thing, but I don't do it very often. Unless it really makes sense to me somehow. Making friends with Nordic people can be very tricky. Yes, Nordic people often have these very tight-knit friend groups that they've had since they were, like, kids. Often, like, the friendship spaces are already filled up, and then it can be really, really hard for an outsider to break into that friendship bubble. I think the best place to make new friends as an adult in the Nordics is to go out and do your hobbies with like-minded people, because those people are often ready to make new friendships within that friend space that is their hobbies.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Whenever you have a hobby, it's easy to make a friend. But the awkwardness comes in whenever you have a friend that you cool with and you walking with your friend and you see your other friend that your friend don't know about, and now y'all friends bump into each other and that one friend wants to tell you hi and spend time with you, but the other friends, like, you don't want to introduce them either.
Which is, I mean, as an adult, I really don't care.
It's not a care thing either. I know. It's just like a...
Yeah, but as a teenager, I could understand, wanting to This is my friend, not your friend. My friend. You know, do that. But as an adult,
let bygones be bygones.
Sit next to strangers on the bus, and we also block the extra seat with our bags. Yeah.
Okay.
We do that. We do move the bag if the bus is full and somebody needs a seat. But other than that, stranger danger. As we've already established, Nordic people don't like to talk to strangers much, but somehow we don't mind being naked together in a sauna.
Make it make
I
sense.
don't really know what to say to that other than, it's just a body, right? Many Nordic people will not think about holding doors open for others and may push past you silently in public transport or in the supermarket. I think a lot of us don't really think about it in our everyday lives. It's common sense to us when someone pushes past us in a narrow space without saying anything because that person needed to walk past it. I don't think it's rude.
What if they can't move you? Does that mean being mean? Think about it.
I don't know. What y'all doing?
I'm opening the door and I'm walking and somebody try to speed past me and my big shoulder is like rejecting their pressure. And you can't get past it. All of a sudden I'm the wrong guy. I'm bad.
Yeah, they'll look at you like you wrong.
But that don't make sense.
But they say they don't really, well, she said that they're not really polite. Did she say they're polite, they just don't say the pleasantries?
Yeah. Okay. No excuse me and stuff like that.
Makes sense to me that our shoulders needed to brush together for that person to walk past. It's not like it's done on purpose, and if it is done on purpose, it's very obvious. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't see a reason to use my energy being offended over stuff like that. There's a lack of hospitality compared to other cultures. I think that's right as well. We don't just invite people into our homes. Our homes are just very private to us. I have friends who have never even been here. Very close friends as well. So I guess the home is just very private. And if you get invited to a Nordic person's home, you're friends. That or you deliver food. Also, if you do have an acquaintance over or friends even, you offer them drinks and maybe cake or snacks, but you don't really make food for them. Unless it's planned beforehand, you don't offer food. That leads me on to family time is often a private matter, and visitors are not included in meals unless it's decided beforehand. I think we don't really make a lot of extra food, so if you have a friend over and your family is making food, they kind of need to know if the friend is staying over for dinner or not in advance, so they can have a portion of food for them. To me, that makes sense. Why would I make food for you if I don't know if you're staying or not? If my kid was out playing with a friend, I would expect them home for dinner and not for the other family to make dinner for my kid. It's not saying that it can't happen. I just say that stuff like that often needs to be planned here. Nordic people avoid conflict like the plague. We won't complain.
So, do y'all prepare meals only for that day? And how often do y'all cook a week?
It sounds like small portions are being made.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Because I can't cook without having leftovers. And that's even before we had children. We've always cooked to have leftovers. Because who about to get up and cook every day?
Gotta cook enough. And it be that good that you want seconds. I'm sorry.
Right.
I can't eat it once and be like, damn, I make enough.
Mm-hmm.
I need more,
Complain about bad service. We just never return. Not saying that nobody complains and sends food back or stuff like that, but the general consensus here is that it's not worth the extra conversation. We eat the shitty food and then we go. I think the only time we really complain about food, it's when it's missing. We won't complain if the meat is bad or the food is kind of cold, but if we're missing a condiment that we paid for, we'll politely go up to the bar and say, excuse me, could I please have the condiment I paid for? Pretty please. Please. Thank you. Nordic communication is very direct. Example, could you move? We can't see. Yes. Our communication style is very direct. There's not much excuse me, we can't see much. Could you please move just a little? No. It's move, we can't see. We can't see. Yeah. That's what what we would say. And when we direct translate that into English, it just sounds even more rude. So yeah, I understand why it can be seen as rude. The Nordics don't use titles or surnames much, even in formal settings. Yeah, we call like teachers, managers, and doctors by their first names. It's actually so weird to me as a Nordic person calling other people by their surnames. If people call me by my surname, I would be like, you talking to me? Like, I'm sorry, am I a tax form? And I don't know if this is just a strictly Danish thing, language-wise, but our enthusiasm is often not backed up by enthusiastic words. Example, if you have a meal that is one of the best meals you've had in a while, a Dane won't go like, wow, that was the best meal. A Dane would be more like, that meal was good. Oh. And all the other Danes around them would completely understand that they really like the food. Det var god mad.
Yeah, we definitely different in that area. Who cooked the potato salad? Mm-hmm. Who made the gravy? That was you? Oh, you put your foot in it.
I was about to say that.
Man, you did your thing. You coming back next Sunday. Do it again, same time, same place. Mm-hmm. For real.
Don't tip at restaurants, because the waiter and waitresses are given a full salary. Mm-hmm. Even if they have an off day, they can still feed their families. Oh, it's just so frustrating when common sense hits you straight in the face. And that was all I had for you today. If you like content like this,
we're gonna stop it up. Make sure you guys go check it out. Not that bad.
Yeah,
a little shaky, but not that bad.
That was a good list. I don't know. Like, okay, when y'all travel to other countries, like let's say our country, and not just our country, but our state,
Louisiana.
We are big on hospitality, manners. Do y'all, adjust and like say thank you, excuse me, I'm sorry? Like, do y'all say those things when y'all travel, or do y'all just don't care?
Or y'all just try to stay out the way?
Right. Because when we travel, we try our best to, kind of, go the way as the people go,
And you gotta be mindful, because a lot of that stuff won't work here. I was at a stop sign one time, and you could tell there was some tourists, because I'm at a stop sign, they're walking across, they got the nerves to do this to my car. Ooh, I almost leaned on my horn.
I'm already stopped.
I'm saying, what more you want me to do? Reverse? It's just like, do y'all actually go out of your way to do these same acts that y'all would do in your own neck of the woods? Because,
Or adjust. All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.